Good afternoon, everyone, and welcome to 22 News at 4. I'm Ciara Speller. We'll have your top 4 at 4 in just a moment, but first we have a look at your commuter traffic and weather with 22 News Storm Team meteorologist Brian Lapis. Brian, we got to start out our Thursday with some sun, some warm air, but unfortunately the rain is making a bit of a return. Yeah, a lot of rain on the way in here for tomorrow. In fact, there's a flood watch in effect, but right now things are okay traffic-wise. Little snapshot of traffic, I-91 from Holyoke to Springfield, and you can see here from the foothills of the Berkshires and Russell to Palmer. Three Rivers were also in pretty good shape. Slight slowdowns at 291 at the Pike and at I-91. Let's go to temperatures right now, and you can see here that it's mild. If you've been outside, you know this. A little mild, a little bit of humidity in the air, close to 80 right now in Springfield. Low to mid 70s elsewhere, mid 60s right now in Pittsfield. Here's the clouds and radar. Scattered showers right now. You can see a larger cluster of showers that's cruising toward the Berkshires from the mid-Hudson Valley. So bottom line is showers tonight, steady rain tomorrow, thus a flood watch in effect, primarily for streets and small streams, but we may even start to see some minor flooding on our tributary rivers to the Connecticut and maybe even the Connecticut River in a few spots here as we head toward the weekend. There is better news for the weekend. We'll show you with our 22 News Storm Team forecast. All right, Brian, thank you. Now for our top 4 at 4. A new leader of the Catholic Church has been officially elected, Pope Leo XIV. Cardinal Robert Francis Provost, a Chicago native, will become the first ever American pope and will serve as the 267th pontiff. Pope Leo stepped out on the balcony overlooking St. Peter's Square early this morning, or rather afternoon, met with a roar of cheers from the crowd below. The new pontiff spoke to the world in both Italian and Spanish, saying, quote, "God loves everyone. Evil will not prevail. We are all in the hands of God." A Longmeadow family is filing a lawsuit against the driver of the car that injured their daughter and killed her high school classmate back in 2022. Shay Hamill and her parents are filing a lawsuit against Zachary Elfman and his parents, requesting a jury hear their case. Elfman allegedly drove Hamill while under the influence of alcohol after a party he hosted at his parents', leaving her with facial fractures, fractures of her cervical spine, a traumatic brain injury, and other injuries. Wednesday marked 3 years since Shay Hamill was left injured, and Kat Boscovich lost her life. State police have released the mugshots of 16 individuals arrested and charged during last month's multi-agency drug takedown operation. On April 15th and 16th, the state police launched Operation No Love, executing the search warrants across 20 locations in southeastern Massachusetts. Through the help of surveillance and undercover work, officers were able to seize over 2,300 grams of cocaine, over 1,200 grams of fentanyl, 33 guns, hundreds of rounds of ammunition, and over $100,000 in drug money. All are facing multiple charges, including possession of drugs with intent to distribute. A man from Vermont was arrested for a homicide that occurred in February. According to Vermont State Police, 30-year-old Justin Stacy was arrested and charged with the murder of 75-year-old Robert Francis. A police investigation revealed that Stacy allegedly told a family member that the deadly shooting was a, quote, mercy killing. Stacy was arraigned on charges of second-degree murder and falsifying information to police. All right, let's bring it back in. 22 News Storm Team meteorologist Brian Lapis. And Brian, you're waiting in the wings to tell us what we can expect here.
We've got another rainy day on the way in here for tomorrow. So I heard a lot of lawnmowers buzzing around today. Probably not a bad idea to mow your lawn now before the heavy rain comes in for tomorrow. But the weekend is not a loss, which is certainly good news. Flood watch. Hamden, Hampshire, Franklin, Berkshire County until 8 o'clock Saturday morning for some heavy rain that could cause some minor flooding of streets and streams. Here we are, 5 o'clock here this afternoon. Watch out. Could be a rumble of thunder here before 7 o'clock this evening. So some scattered showers, possibly a thunderstorm or two late this afternoon into the early evening hours. And then it's showers here through midnight. And then overnight scattered showers, and then here comes the steady rain we expect by 7 o'clock tomorrow morning. So it'll be a rainy morning commute tomorrow, and that rain continues heavy at times into the afternoon and the evening hours. In fact, some of the heaviest rain that we're going to see tomorrow is going to happen late tomorrow afternoon and into the evening. So we'll keep an eye on that as we move into the weekend. Again, watch out for some puddling and ponding on roadways here tomorrow. But the weekend weather will trend drier. We'll show you with our 22 News Storm Team forecast on 22 News at 5.
Trending today, 5 local lacrosse players will be representing Worcester State when they play Babson in the first round of the NCAA Division III Women's Championship on Saturday. 3 players are from Westfield: sophomore Megan Bowen, junior Alexis Gay, and freshman Annie Adams. And 2 players from Agawam: senior Ashley Hurley and freshman Alexis Hurley. The Worcester State Lancers went 13-6 during the regular season and then beat Framingham State for their first ever MASCAC championship. They play Babson Saturday afternoon at 1 at Wesleyan University. The state police have announced they will be conducting a sobriety checkpoint tomorrow night. According to state police, the checkpoint will be held somewhere in Hampden County from Friday, May 9th into Saturday, May 10th. The goal is to bring awareness to the dangers of driving under the influence. And a look for what we're working on for 22 News starting at 5. The Hampden County Sheriff's Office is celebrating National Correctional Officers Week. Tonight, a look at this honor for those in public service. And the Amherst Cinema Arts has been the victim of another grant termination by the Trump administration. Coming up, a look at the impact this will have moving forward. Plus, Mother's Day is this weekend, so any special gift ideas to show some love for Mom?
Traffic is looking pretty good as we head into the evening commute. I-91 from Chicopee to Holyoke is in pretty good shape. There's a slight backup at 291 at the Pike and I-91, but that's typical for this time of day. Details on the rain and what that means for your morning and evening commute tomorrow on 22 News starting at 5.
Thank you, Brian, and thanks to you for joining us this afternoon for 22 News at 4. Join us tonight starting at TV for 22 News at 5. And get any of your local news and weather updates anytime on wwlp.com and the 22 News mobile app.